Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grab.
Don't get them wrong. Well, we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny cause we just won't eat. And we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And we'll hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary of today's who's who. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie gonna be a football star, Diane's debutante backseat of Jackie's car. Sucking on a chili dog outside the taste freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between her knees. Jackie say, hey Diane, let's run off behind the shady trees. dribble off those Bobby Brooks, let me do what I please. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. To walk on. Jackie sits back, collects his thoughts for the moment, scratches his head and does his best James Dean. Well, then there Diane gotta run off to the city. Diane says, baby, you ain't missing nothing. But Jackie say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. So let it rock, let it roll, let the Bible belt come and save my soul. Holding on to 16 as long as you can. Changes come around real soon, make us women and men. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. A little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids doing best they can.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the president would have fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking out. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh, God, every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye.
Good afternoon, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Cheryl Elliott, and I have had the privilege of knowing the Nashems since they moved to Kincardine and were essentially adopted into our family almost 20 years ago. On behalf of Heather, Taylor, Kaylin, Mackenzie, and the entire Nashiem and Pittman families, thank you for being here today to celebrate and remember the life of Rod Nashiem. A special thank you to those of you who have traveled great distances from across Canada to be here to remember Rod and to support his family. Rod was born on September 14th, 1963, to James and Donna Nashiem of Central Butte. It's a beauty name. Saskatchewan. He was the third of 5 children and grew up in Riverhurst, where he spent much of his childhood working on the family farm. That early life helped shape the work ethic, grit, curiosity, and practical determination that would carry him through everything he did. Rod went on to graduate from high school and pursue his PhD in chemistry at the University of Saskatchewan. In 1982, he met the love of his life, Heather, and they were inseparable from then on. They were married on September 26, 1987, and built a beautiful life together over 39 years of marriage. In 1994, they welcomed their first daughter, Taylor. In 1995, Kaylin arrived, and in 1998, just as Rod was finalizing his PhD thesis, Mackenzie was born. After earning his PhD, Rod went on to have a very successful career. He worked with both SaskPower and other organizations across Saskatchewan before eventually landing in Kincardine, Ontario, where he became Chemistry Division Manager at Bruce Power. That move later led to opportunities with Wano, where he and Heather lived in Atlanta, Georgia, and Tokyo, Japan. Through that work, Rod contributed to improvements in nuclear power across the globe, and his leadership, intelligence, and dedication had a profound impact on his teams and colleagues. But Rod's life cannot be measured only by his accomplishments. Those who knew him best knew that his greatest achievements were much closer to home. He was a devoted husband, a proud father, a loyal friend, a mentor, and a man whose passion was contagious. Rod brought that same curiosity and enthusiasm to everything he did. He earned his black belt in karate, taught himself to play guitar, as you can see his beautiful guitars here, and played faithfully each morning on one of the guitars from his extensive collection. He loved music, live concerts, festivals, and the simple pleasure of finding a small brewery with live music on a sunny afternoon. He was an excellent brewmaster, brewing his own beer for friends and family to enjoy, and more recently he discovered a passion for roasting his own coffee beans, carefully mapping flavor profiles and turning it, like so many things, into his own personal experiment. He was also, by his own description, a bird nerd, happiest watching the birds at the feeder from the deck. He loved traveling with Heather, his daughters, and his friends, making lasting memories with the people he loved all over the world. Rod was known for his tenacious work ethic, his amazing sense of humor, his passion, and above all, the deep love he had for Heather and the girls. And of course, whether he was talking about chemistry, brewing beer, roasting coffee, playing guitar, or pickleball, Rod brought an energy that drew people in. I knew from personal experience that if you had the opportunity to play pickleball with Rod, it was always best to be his partner rather than his opponent. Rod was not particularly interested in gentle dinks or drop shots. More than once, he smashed the ball so hard that it left me with a brand new part in my hair, more precise than my hairstylist could have managed, and also a renewed appreciation for protective equipment. It's often said that the measure of a life is found in the people who gather to remember it. Looking around the room today, and by the fact that I saw them carting in extra chairs, we see family, lifelong friends, neighbors, colleagues, and people whose lives were made better simply because they knew Rod. As we begin, let us take a moment to reflect on Rod's life, his love for his family, and the countless ways he enriched the lives of everyone fortunate enough to know him. Today we mourn his loss, but we also celebrate a life that was lived fully, passionately, and with great joy. I'd like to call upon Meg Cook and Thomas Howlitz again, who are Rod's little buddies, to come up and speak.
Thank you, Cheryl, and good afternoon, everyone. Today we remember a life that was lived freely, courageously, and completely. May the love and devotion to his family serve as a reminder for what is important during our time on this planet. May the music he loved remind us of who he was, the songs, the laughter, the stories, and all the moments that made him. May those who loved him carry his memory forward.
As a man of music, and in the words of Eddie Vedder of Pearl Jam's Just Breathe, which was one of Rod's favorite songs. Yes, I understand that every life must end. As we sit alone, I know someday we must go. I'm a lucky man to count on both hands the ones I love. Some folks just have one, others they got none. Stay with me, let's just breathe.
Thank you. Next, if you can do it, I'd like to call the Nashiem girls up to speak. At least there's 3 of you, so.
All right, hello everyone. For those of you who I have not met prior, I am Taylor, Rod and Heather's eldest daughter. On behalf of our mom and the rest of our family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us to celebrate Dad's life. It's very touching to see how many people he's impacted. We have always known of his kindness, his humor, and his incredible passion for the people around him, but it is heartwarming to see these traits reflected in all of you here today. Although we could not be more devastated by this loss, we are grateful to have had the chance to share our love with him and be loved by him before he left this earth. Words cannot fully express his importance in our lives, but we made sure to remind him how much we loved him daily. It brings us peace to know that he had the opportunity to share his love for his family, his siblings, and his closest friends ahead of his passing. We are deeply thankful for all of the offers to come visit Dad while he was in hospice. Nearing the end of his life, Dad requested limited visitors outside of his family, which we wanted to respect. He wanted your final memories of him to be when he was completely himself. We want you all to know that every day, even in the hardest of moments, the cancer did not take his sense of humor from him, and he continued to make us laugh until our bellies ached. There are so many amazing memories with our dad that it would be impossible to pick a handful to share with you that would encapsulate the love that we have for him. He was the voice of reason, our safe space, and the designated bodyguard from monsters. He is the strongest and smartest person we've ever known. We are so incredibly lucky to have him as our dad, and each of us are so proud to be his daughters. My sisters and I would like to share some life lessons that we've had the privilege of learning from our dad. I think he would have liked that we have taken this opportunity to share with you some of the wisdom that he instilled in us. First and foremost, family is the most important thing you will ever build. The experiences you share with your family and loved ones are more valuable than any material possession money can buy. Dad was never the flashiest person in the room. Seriously, his fashion sense was questionable at best. He chose not to purchase the sports car or the fancy clothes, and instead celebrated his success by sharing experiences he truly enjoyed with those closest to him. He shared his love of music with so many of us, whether it was playing on his own guitar over a cup of coffee, attending concerts and festivals, or playing his favorite albums loudly enough for the whole neighborhood to hear. We attended many sports games as a family, and no matter where he lived, he enthusiastically cheered for the home team. He coached several of our soccer and hockey teams growing up and fondly remembered those experiences. He also loved traveling with the people he cared about. As a family, we've explored many places around the world. He's traveled to various countries with his extended family and friends from all walks of life, and we are so grateful that he shared those memories with us all in the time he was here. Dad made sure that we knew how much he loved our mom and his 3 girls. Even in the depths of battling cancer, when he was asked his favorite part of the day, he would always be quick to respond, spending time with my beautiful wife and my kids. There are not enough words to describe how deeply I will miss my dad. My mom once shared with me that before I was born, he was very nervous that he wouldn't know how to bond with me. I wish I could go to that time and share the ache I feel in his absence. I would let him know that I think of him every minute of every day, and that I will never stop needing my dad, regardless of how far away he is. I will do my very best to honor him by continuing to live my life by the lessons he taught us. For those of you who don't know me personally, I'm Kaylin, I'm Rod and Heather's middle daughter. Another life lesson Dad taught us was always to be kind and respectful. Dad believed strongly that a person could learn and find common ground with people from all walks of life. He had a genuine respect for others, he listened, he showed consideration, and had a way of making people feel valued. Us kids have many memories of Dad's kindness and respect in action. No matter where he went, Dad could make friends, from hotel staff on family vacations to random strangers at gas stations on a road trip. Perhaps nowhere was his kindness and respect more evident than during his battle with cancer. Even on the hardest days, when he was tired and uncomfortable, Dad continued to show kindness and gratitude. He was always appreciative of the care he received and made a point of thanking the hospital and hospice staff who had cared for him. Over the past little while, we've had the privilege of hearing from Dad's colleagues, school friends, acquaintances, and people from so many different chapters of his life. What has struck us most is how consistent the memories have been. No matter when or where someone knew Dad, the stories so often come back to the same things. That he was kind to a fault, that he treated people with respect, and made those around him feel valued, regardless of their position or place in life. Dad never measured someone by their title, their status, or what they could offer him. He simply believed that everyone deserved to be treated with dignity and kindness. Hearing these stories has reminded us that the way Dad lived his life left an impression on people beyond our family, that his kindness was something truly felt and remembered by so many. My sisters and I hope that in the years ahead, we carry Dad's example with us, and we strive to live our lives with the same kindness and respect that he showed to everyone around him. We know that we can never fill the space he has left behind, but we can honor him by trying to carry forward the values he taught us. We will miss Dad more deeply than words can express. We will miss his presence, his guidance, his kindness, and simply knowing that he was there. But we will carry him with us in the way we treat others and in the memories we share. We love you, Dad, and we will miss you always.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mackenzie. I'm Heather and Rod's youngest daughter, for those of you who don't know. Dad believed that the only thing getting in your way was you, not because everything came easy for Dad, but because he never gave up. Dad believed that things were worth doing right, and that meant learning from your mistakes and always striving for better. I want to share a time of when I was in university. I had failed a course. Honestly, I didn't try as hard as I probably should have. At the time, I was terrified to tell my dad. If you've met my dad, you would understand how important education is to him, and I was scared to let him down. When I finally got the nerve up to tell him, he responded with, "Your failures do not define you. I don't want you to think less of yourself because you made a mistake. The only thing that matters is what you do moving forward, and you can always try again." Dad is one of the smartest people out there. However, I think it's his willingness to learn and recognition that failure is a part of the process that makes him so special. He believed that it didn't matter if you fell down as long as you got back up. He believed this for himself and the other people wholeheartedly. Dad was an amazing mentor, colleague, and friend to many. He was always willing to talk you through a problem or offer a word of encouragement. I've heard countless times throughout my life, "You can always try again tomorrow. It doesn't matter how you started, as long as you finish strong." Again, from me and my sisters and my mom, I would like to thank you all for being here. It means the world to us. Over the last little while, Dad was sick. I'm sorry, I just need a second. Over the last few months, while Dad was sick, the support we have received has been overwhelming. To those who dropped off a meal or a care package or sent a heartfelt message just to let us know you were here for us, I thank you. To Mom and Dad's dear friends, Sharon and Mike, and Cheryl and Jeff and their families, we are so grateful for you. We could not have done this without you. I want to thank Cheryl for being our amazing MC today. It's been incredible. We would like to take a moment to thank the staff at the Huron Shores Hospice and the Kincardine Hospital for their outstanding care they provided Dad while he was there. I recognize that this has been hard for everyone. It truly is a testament to how wonderful Dad is and that the loss has been felt so deeply. 62 is far too young, but Dad's life was not measured by his years, but by how full and rich his life was. Dad lived a phenomenal life. He traveled the world, he married the love of his life, he had a thriving career in a field he was passionate about, he ate good food and attended many concerts. While there are almost no upsides to battling cancer, we are so grateful that nothing was left unsaid. Dad took every opportunity to tell us he loved us and the life he created and all of the people who were a part of his journey. I hope when you hear his favorite songs or have a really great cup of coffee or are listening to somebody drone on about a very boring subject with an unwavering amount of enthusiasm, I hope you think of my dad. I'm gonna miss him a lot.
You guys make me feel tall. Thank you, girls. We're going to move into the part of the service with some tributes. One of those tributes is from Paul Clark, a colleague of Rod's from Bruce Power, who is unfortunately not able to be here today, and I've been asked to read his words. So here they are. When I think of Rod, I don't immediately think of chemistry, Bruce Power, or even the countless stories we shared. I think of his energy, his enthusiasm, and above all, the fun he brought wherever he went. That's the Rod we'll all remember. I first met Rod in 2008 when Jez and I moved from the UK to join Bruce Power. Like many people here, what started as a working relationship soon became a great friendship. Over the last 10 years especially, Rod and Heather became some of our closest friends. Looking back, it's remarkable how often our paths crossed. Before we'd even arrived, Rod and Heather and the girls appeared in the Bruce Power recruitment video we showed our kids before making the move. You thought you forgot about that, right, Heather? We then ended up in the same Goddard Street cottage they'd first called home, followed by our years together at Bruce Power and later at Wano in Atlanta. Before I say anything about Rod the colleague, world-class chemist and leader, I want to say something about Rod the husband and father. Anyone who knew Rod knew where his heart truly was. Heather and the girls were always at the center of his world. The love and closeness of that family was obvious to everyone, perhaps never more so than during Rod's courageous battle with cancer. Chemistry isn't usually seen as the glamorous side of running a nuclear plant, but 10 minutes with Rod could change your perspective. He was one of the cleverest people I'd ever met, but it was his passion and enthusiasm that really set him apart. And of course, there was that trademark white lab coat, which you can see today. If you saw Rod coming toward you in it, you knew two things were about to happen. You'd learn something, probably a lot more than you needed, and you'd have a laugh. During some incredibly demanding times together at Bruce A leadership team, that energy and humor made the difficult days easier. And that was the same Rod outside of work. We coached our daughter's football teams, he says, but we all know he means soccer, together, played golf, and went to rock concerts and shared many beers, sometimes way too many. Which brings me to Nash the Bash. On one Bruce A leadership trip to Toronto, a doorman was turning everyone away from the venue, saying that it was full. And we got the same response, but I pointed to Rod and said, "You don't recognize him? This is Nash the Bash." Somehow it worked. We all walked straight in behind our new celebrity companion, and the legend of Nash the Bash was born. That's the thing about memories with Rod. They make me smile. What you saw was what you got. He was the same energetic, passionate, and fun person, whether at work or outside of it. After Rod's first battle with cancer meant giving up his passion for brewing beer, he turned the curiosity to coffee. I went around expecting a quick cup. 2 hours later, I'd had a master class in beans, roasting temperatures, and grind sizes, followed by a fantastic cup of coffee, and no sleep until the wee hours. Only Rod can turn making coffee into a science project. Through Bruce Power and later Wano, Rod's influence reached far beyond Kincardine. Plants and leaders across North America, India, Japan, and beyond benefited from his knowledge, expertise, and leadership. That's an extraordinary professional legacy. People talk about living, loving, learning, and leaving a legacy. Rod did all of those things. But I'd add one more, laughing. So many tributes to Rod use the word fun. That's no coincidence. Rod simply made life more enjoyable. Dave, Mark, and I will make sure the Retirees Coffee Club continues to relive the countless stories and keep the legend of Nash the Bash alive. So thank you, Paul Clark, for those words. Next, I'd like to call up Rod's friend, Scott Bannerman, to speak.
Okay. Many of you don't know me, but Rod came to work at Shan Power Station with me. The minute he walked in the room, he lit it up. It's just his whole presence. My friend, probably the most focused and passionate person I know. If he was going to do something, he's going to do it right. No cutting corners. Chemist by occupation, like people say, he had keen interests in music, making beer and coffee, which I celebrated with him many times. Some might say Rod had a passion for learning. Some might call him a perfectionist, as he put his heart and soul into everything he did. I prefer to think of Rod as passionate. I met Rod at Shan Power Station. He was well-liked and passionate about water chemistry. This is where we became instant friends. There were many wing nights celebrating our accomplishments and other things. Rod was embraced by Shan as a community, and he and Heather even took vacations with staff from that plant. That's how well-liked he was. People embraced him, brought the Nashems into their family. An employee of mine once said to Rod, "Rod, you have a doctorate in chemistry, don't you?" Rod said, "Yes, I do." "So, should I be calling you Dr. Rod, like the film star?" And, okay. Then he asked him if he performed special services. Now, take this, Rod laughed. Once he laughed and the shock wore off, we all laughed. So it was funny because he could see the humor in anything. And so someone who didn't mean to totally be funny could be funny. He was a determined person, someone you never had to ask for help. He just showed up, unannounced in the morning, shows up at my house to build a fence. Similarly, I did the same for him because he was more as much a brother to me as a friend. So one day I show up at his house and it's really hot. Home Depot did not place the shingles on the roof. Unfazed, he says, "We are two young men, 40s. We'll haul those bundles onto the roof ourselves, up the ladders." And I had to say, "Yeah, no problem. I've got life insurance." So, and then the next day his father came and helped him shingle the roof. A lover of hot food. Rod loved hot food, Asian dishes with many peppers, to which we all watched in amazement when he ate the dish. Sweat streaming into his ears, eyes, but no complaining. Family. Rod was so proud of his daughters. You could see it every day. Coached them in different sports and at different stages of their life. He shared fond memories of his family. And the one that stuck out was also part of him is the working with his older brother on his farm. For me, it was as much camping at Fur Lake, involved an annual golf tournament for about 3 of us, so not a big tournament. Involved a little liquid courage, unstable chairs, bed spins, and rough mornings. Rod, I don't know if anybody knew, he was a master cook. Absolutely phenomenal. Pan-fried pancakes the next morning, the scent wafted through the room. Well, I guess it wasn't that good for everyone because made some people into an athlete running 10 feet from the bedroom to the bathroom. Travel. Before and after the Nashems moved to Ontario, we did many concerts with them, music festivals, Nashville, New York, Atlanta, New Orleans. Some of these involved having roadkill chicken to optimize our driving time driving south. Not a good combination for some of us trapped in the car together. But Rod was observant. My wife remarked at the funny little birds at Lollapalooza as we had a cocktail. Rod looked at her and laughed. He said, "Those are dragonflies, Paula." She might have inhaled a little bit. So, we continued to see Rod and Heather pretty much every year after they moved to Ontario. When they came to Saskatchewan, we would host a barbecue for friends to come see them. In a short time that both Rod and Heather were in Saskatchewan, and specifically with Sask Power, many were eager to see them every time they came, and we made sure that that could happen. We got to meet some of the amazing friends they have here in Kincardine, people who, upon meeting them, greeted them, took them in, and they became their family. People who, when Rod became sick, rushed to support them, building wheelchair-accessible ramps, getting medical equipment to help out the house. I'd like to really thank Cheryl and Sharon's family for doing this. Thank you very much. Deeply appreciated. This is the kind of impression that Rod and Heather leave for people. Rod always thought of others. He actually tried to bring me to Bruce Nuclear, but unfortunately my career path was going in a bit of a different direction. But we continued over the years to keep in really close contact that often involved 2-hour FaceTime sessions over coffee or beer. A lover of music, a collector of guitars, and when he traveled, a guitar traveled with him, almost married. He could laugh at himself as well as others. He enriched my life, the life of my family, and all of those around him. We made a trip to Ontario a month ago, originally to vacation with Rod and Heather. We just cut it a bit short, knowing of his diagnosis and treatment. But I wanted to see my friend. What I saw was tireless support from his wife, his daughters, and close friends. I'll miss you, my friend, till we meet again.
Thank you, Scott. Next, I'd like to call Sharon and Mike Moore. I don't know how well that's going to go.
Well, this should be easy. Okay. It's with heartfelt sadness that Mike and I stand before you in memory of our dear friend Rod. I didn't know where to begin, so I thought it would best to start at the beginning when I met Heather for the first time at the local ladies' gym. She had just joined, and I overheard her talking about her daughters and how they would be playing hockey. Of course, I got nosy and got myself into the conversation, only to realize that, in fact, her daughter Kaylin would be playing on the same team as my daughter Tegan. The rest is history, but I'll still share a few memories. I had briefly met Rod within the first few days of meeting Heather, and a couple of weeks later, Mike got the opportunity to meet Rod when we were driving along Saratoga Road and came across a man tangled up on the side of the road with a dog and a bike. I said, "Oh my God, I think that's Heather's husband, Rod." I called Heather to warn her that we had her husband and dog, and we would be delivering them home shortly. I don't recall Rod riding a bike that much after that. Our families became very close in a short time. The Nashems often came to our family functions, and Heather and Rod even hosted from time to time. It was never a dull moment with Rod, including the time he singed off his eyebrows and a little hair after he lit the turkey on fire from spilling the roasting pan in the oven. He never had much hair, so it didn't help. Many of our first years of friendship involved traveling for hockey, dinner parties, and playing cards. They taught us a Western game called Kaiser, which we played often. Don't worry, Rod and Mike were gracious losers most of the time. I have to tell you, for how intelligent Rod was, as many have spoke to, he brought some really bad strategies to the card table. I'm sure that many of you know what I'm talking about. Our travels began many years ago. We have been on many road trips, trips across Canada, sunny destinations, and some more recent European travels. While traveling, there was lots of great ideas and the occasional bad idea. When we were in Antigua, Rod convinced the rest of us that he was an experienced sailor, so Mike and Rod rented a small catamaran. They were to remain in the cove, but alas, they did not. Heather and I thought for sure we had lost our husbands to the sea, but eventually we could see them on the horizon. Of course, it was not their fault. Some story about the winds picking up or not enough wind, I don't know, but it was definitely not their fault. The road trips were always fun. We never overplanned them, as we always found an adventure on the road without planning. There was a couple of close calls when Rod was behind the wheel. One was an underground tunnel in Boston where our GPS wasn't working. Rod couldn't decide until the last second if we should take the exit or not, and when he finally decided, he veered off so quickly and narrowly missed the concrete median. Another close call was when we were driving home late at night near Grand Bend, and Rod didn't see a construction sign. Well, let me tell you, we hit the construction area full speed, and the car launched up in the air. We all hit our heads on the roof of the car. Following a moment of shock, we eventually found it funny, and it was definitely a good advertisement for the strength and durability of the Nissan Pathfinder. We were lucky enough to be with Rod and Heather when we visited Rod's ancestral homeland of Norway last fall. It's a beautiful country with beautiful people, and Rod was proud to call himself a Norwegian. Our most recent trip to Eastern Europe was just this past April, which is very hard to believe. It was only 3.5 months ago. You'll agree that it was one of our best trips. Mike and I are very grateful to be able to cherish the memories of all of our travels with Heather and Rod forever. Rod was a kind, generous, and passionate man. He was intelligent and always keen to talk about many things, including chemistry, nuclear energy, and music. He had a great memory. He could always come up with what Heather called useless information. I don't remember the details of a conversation we once had, but I asked him how he knew what he had said, and he said, well, I read it in a magazine about 15 years ago. I was in awe because I can't even remember what I read this morning. However, there was one time when he did have a wrong bit of useless information, and that's when we were playing trivia at the Legion, and Rod assured me that the first dinosaur bones were found in Canada were in Alberta. He was wrong, I'm just saying. I could go on, but I better wrap it up. To Taylor, Kaylin, Mackenzie, and along with your partners, Thomas and Meg, know that Rod loved you all dearly. He raised you girls to be inquisitive, kind, and hardworking, and it shows. He was proud of each of you and always spoke of you with a great deal of love in his heart. Taylor, I don't have to tell you how much Rod loved you. So, please know that we will never forget Rod. I can't see you.
Jump to finish.
No, I'm okay. There's only one more line. I'm doing a great job. Please know we'll never forget Rod. He has made a lasting impression on us through the laughter and the shenanigans and through all the tough times we have shared together. I promise that when we will include you in our travels, and we'll bring Rod everywhere we go and leave a sprinkling of him around the world. Rest in peace, Roddle.
Next, I'd like to call Chloe Moore up to say a few words. Maybe Jarrett Elliott as well, as I hope you do more than Mike.
Have to bring my emotional support person with me. Hi, everyone. Thank you all for coming here today. My name is Chloe, and I've had the privilege of knowing Rod for almost 20 years, as he was best friends with my parents, Sharon and Mike. It's hard to believe I can be standing here today, celebrating the life of Rod, when he just helped my family move into our new home at the end of April. He was doing all sorts of heavy lifting and maneuvering large furniture around. If I had known then what was to come, I certainly wouldn't have made him work as hard. I'm here today to speak on behalf of our cousins. When I first sent out a message to the cousin chat this morning, I was immediately met with lots of ideas and anecdotes of things that I could say about Rod. I believe it's a testament to Rod's character that he was so involved in our lives and helped us all out in so many ways. Rod was caring in a way that few people are. I think it's safe to say that most of us used Rod as assistance in some way when it came to our professional careers. From being a reference, to using his connections to help get our resumes where they needed to be, to tutoring some in chemistry, and to giving general career advice, Rod was always willing to lend a helping hand. We considered him the family reference for Bruce Power. As we know, Rod enjoyed craft beer, and even more, he enjoyed brewing his own craft beer. I'm shaking, sorry. Many of us and our partners enjoyed talking with Rod about craft beers and home brewing. Rod was full of knowledge, which made brewing beer with him and talking about the process that much more interesting. I think everyone would agree that the best part of Rod's brewing adventure was trying out the new beers he created. Although Rod was an experienced chemist, even he made mistakes at times, one time brewing a beer that had a little bit more alcohol in it than he thought. We also all reminisce on our fond memories of Rod at our family cottage. You could always catch him playing his guitar by the campfire or early in the morning. It was a welcome sound. During one of those many campfire nights, our family decided to have a talent show. We all went around the circle showcasing our talents. There was one clear winner, Rod, as he made the most interesting turkey impression I think anyone could ever hear. Although I won't do him a disservice and replicate it here today, just know I don't think it sounded anything like a turkey. It was so funny though, and we all were in tears from laughing so hard. That same night, Rod later stumbled out of the trailer, missing the bottom step, and rolled down the hill. All we could hear was Heather whisper shouting Rod's name. The cottage will forever hold lots of great memories. The year 2011 proved to have some great memories for our families. First, we went on a big trip to Cuba. I'm not sure the Nashiem family knew what they were signing up for, agreeing to travel with that many Schmidts at one time, but we made memories that we will never forget. One day we went on a Jeep excursion that gave us lots of laughs, even though Heather wasn't very impressed when my mom cut them off. Later this year, Heather, Rod, and my parents took Jarrett and his exchange student Jim out for what can only be described as an epic day adventure. They started out by going to a Blue Jays game, grabbed a quick bite to eat for dinner, and then went to a Pearl Jam concert. Jarrett and Jim bought tickets after my parents already had purchased theirs and ended up being behind the stage. However, they somehow managed to get themselves to the side stage where they were close enough to catch a guitar pick. All the while, Rod, Heather, and my parents were way up in the nosebleeds at the far side of the arena. For my next little story, I had to reach out to some friends for some help. Rod was always up for a challenge, but I don't think he knew the amount of drama he was taking on when he decided to volunteer as the head coach of a soccer team of female teenagers, 2 of them being his own daughters. Let's just say we tested every ounce of patience that he had, especially when it came to listening to his instructions. Taylor, do you remember fighting with your dad every time he wanted us to do lunges across the soccer field? Thank you on behalf of all of us for trying to get him to kick that strength and conditioning technique. He was also the head coach when I got my first and only red card in soccer. While I was losing my cool at the situation, Rod, who as we all know is always thinking ahead, quickly pulled off another player on our team who he knew would retaliate to my swift removal from the game to try and settle the team. We went on to win. Although we tested Rod's patience and sanity throughout his years of being our coach, we are glad he stuck with us. It's safe to say that all of his old players have so many great memories to hang on to. It was also likely his leadership that influenced my own decision to coach youth soccer for 10 years. Well, I could go on forever. with stories of Rod, I will wrap this up by thanking you, Heather, Kaylin, Taylor, and Kenzie, for sharing your dad and husband with all of us. He was such a great man, and he will be sadly missed. We are grateful to have you guys as part of our extended family, and will treasure our fond memories of your husband and dad for the rest of our lives. Rest peacefully, Rod.
Thank you, Chloe. And Jarrett. I'd like to offer the opportunity if there's anyone else who would like to come up and say a few words. Or stand beside me, like if you... Girls, did you want to come back up? Yeah, okay, thank you.
Unfortunately, Dad's siblings weren't able to be here today, but they did send a few words that they would like us to share with you. So we're just going to go in birth order. I will be reading for his oldest sister, Shelley. Tribute to our brother. Rod was the third child of Jim and Donna Nashiem and the second brother in our family of 5 children. I am Rod's oldest sister, Shelley, and I have known Rod from the beginning of his life. I remember the day Mom and Dad told myself and our older brother, Gerald, that we were going to have a new baby soon. I was so happy I could hardly wait for that new baby, no matter whether it was a girl or a boy. Rod was the cutest baby I had ever seen. As Rod grew, of course he talked soon, and along with the early talking came all the questions. He was always interested in everything and a great need to know the how and why of everything. Rod told me when he grew up he was going to be a mad scientist. Success. Being the older sister, I had a big responsibility to look out for Rod as he was growing up. When Rod started kindergarten, it wasn't very far to walk to school, and so Rod would often go on his own. After a few occasions of Rod walking by himself, the teacher called Mom and wanted to know if Rod was sick as he had not been at school. What Mom found out was that Rod was stopping at a younger little boy's house on the way and deciding to play for the afternoon, or rather, Stephen wouldn't let him leave, as Rod told us. Rod's first time playing hooky from school. I doubt it was his last. I then walked Rod to school to make sure he got there. Rod was always doing something interesting. Darla, Corey, and I were very fortunate to have been able to spend a few days with Rod in the hospital in Kincardine recently. Even though Rod was taken from us all too soon, we find comfort in knowing his life was full and filled with the love of his family and the things he liked to do. Saying goodbye to our brother Rod is incredibly painful. I will be reading on behalf of Rod's younger sister, Darla. Hi, I'm Darla, Rod's younger sister. I have lots of memories of Rod. He was the brother who always had ideas and plans that usually involved, getting me into trouble because I listened to Rod. He was always on an adventure, and that meant our parents, mainly Mom, spent hours looking for him or checking up on him to see what he was up to. Rafting on Shorty's summer slough? I don't know. Sure. Instead of coming home after school, or setting up a campsite in the backyard, including starting a campfire under the propane tank. First and only time I saw my mother run. Rod's inquisitive nature and his love for explaining things to you extended not only to his brothers and sisters, but to his nieces and nephews too. At family gatherings, questions were put to Rod, such as, why is the sky blue? Or how do they make something? Rod was always patient and explained the science of everything asked of him. Didn't stop us from asking the same questions at the next family gathering. These are only a few of the many antics that I was always kept close in my memories and in my heart. Always in our mind, forever in our hearts. Rest easy, brother.
I will be reading on behalf of Dad's youngest brother, Corey. Being 6 years younger than Rod, I didn't participate so much, but witnessed a lot of his childhood endeavors, which ranged from riding his bike down the highway to the ferry to see Dad, not a successful mission, finding the hidden Christmas presents in the attic that I accidentally might have ratted him out on. And who can forget the family favorite song he wrote? Pretty much every time Mom lit a cigarette, Rod would get everyone singing, we mind very much if you smoke. And so many more memories. You will be missed dearly, my brother.
Okay, next, we would like to share a song, Rod's favorite song, Good Riddance by Green Day. And while the song plays, we just ask that you take a moment of silence and think of your own fond memories of Rod.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
I think we all know Rod had the time of his life. As we come to the end of today's service, I'd like to thank everyone who has joined us to celebrate Rod's life and to support Heather, Taylor, Kaylin, Mackenzie, and the Nashiem and Pittman families. Today we have heard about a remarkable man, a devoted husband and father, a brilliant scientist and leader, a mentor, a friend, and someone whose curiosity, passion, and sense of humor left a lasting impression on everyone he met. While we will miss Rod deeply, we leave here with the gift of the many memories he gave us. On behalf of the family, thank you again for your presence, your friendship, your support, and your many expressions of kindness during this difficult time. You're invited to join the family in the reception room immediately following the service. Refreshments and treats have been prepared, and the family would be grateful for the opportunity to spend some time with you, share memories, and continue celebrating Rod's life. Thank you for coming, and thank you for helping us remember and honor Rod so beautifully today.
I'd like to ask everybody to please stand if you're able. And please follow us out behind the family in the reception space.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.
gone through is standing in line to clubs I'll never get in. It's like the bottom of the ninth and I'm never gonna win this. Life hasn't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Tell me what you want.
I want a brand new house on an episode of Cribs and a bathroom I can play baseball in, and a king-size tub big enough for 10 plus me.
So what you need?
I'll need a credit card that's got no limit and a big black jet with a bedroom in it. Gonna join the Mile High Club at 37,000 feet.
Been done that.
I want a new tour bus full of old guitars, mine star on Hollywood Boulevard. Somewhere between Cher and James Dean is fine for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat, and we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. I wanna be great like Elvis without the tassels. Hire 8 bodyguards that love to beat up assholes. Sign a couple autographs so I can eat my meals for free.
I have the quesadilla.
I'm gonna dress my ass with the latest fashion. Get a front door key to the Playboy mansion. Gonna date a centerfold that loves to blow my money for me.
So how you gonna do it?
I'm gonna trade this life for fortune and fame. I'd even cut my hair and change my name. Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I'll stay skinny cause we just won't eat, and we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And we'll hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary of today's who's who. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. I'm gonna sing those songs that offend the senses. Gonna pop my pills from a Pez dispenser. Get washed up singers writing all my songs. Lip sync them every night so I don't get them wrong. Well, we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses, driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny cause we just won't eat, and we'll hang out in the coolest bars in the VIP with the movie stars. Every good gold digger's gonna wind up there. Every playboy bunny with a bleached blonde hair. And we'll hide out in the private rooms with the latest dictionary of today's who's who. They'll get you anything with that evil smile. Everybody's got a drug dealer on speed dial. Well, hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star. Hey, hey, I wanna be a rock star.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, 2 American kids growing up in the heartland. Jackie gonna be a football star, Diane's debutante backseat of Jackie's car. on chili dog, outside taste freeze. Diane sitting on Jackie's lap, got his hands between her knees. Jackie say, hey Diane, let's run off behind the shady trees. Dribble off those Bobby Brooks, let me do what I please. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. To walk on. Jackie sits back, collects his thoughts for the moment, scratches his head and does his best James Dean. Well, then there Diane gotta run off to the city. Diane says, baby, you ain't missing nothing. Jackie say, oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, let's say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. So let it rock, let it roll, let the Bible belt come and save my soul. Hold on to 16 as long as you can. Changes come around real soon, make us women and men. Oh yeah, life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. Oh yeah, they say life goes on long after the thrill of living is gone. A little ditty about Jack and Diane, two American kids doing the best they can.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? And what the hell is on Joey's head? This is where I grew up. I think the president owner fixed it up. I never knew we ever went without. The second floor is hot for sneaking up. And this is where I went to school. Most of the time had better things to do. Criminal record says I've broken twice. I must have done it half a dozen times. I wonder if it's too late. Should I go back and try to graduate? Life's better now than it was back then. If I was them, I wouldn't let me in. Oh God, every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it. Goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it. cop seat is hanging out. They say somebody went and burned it down. We used to listen to the radio and sing along with every song we know. We said someday we'd find out how it feels to sing to more than just the steering wheel. Kim's the first girl I kissed. I was so nervous that I nearly missed. She's had a couple of kids since then. I haven't seen her since God knows when. Oh God, every memory of looking out the back door. I have a photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it, goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it, goodbye, goodbye. I miss that town, I miss the faces you can't erase, you can't replace it. I miss it now, I can't believe it. So hard to stay, too hard to leave it. I could relive those days. I know the one thing that would never change. Every memory of looking out the back door. I have the photo album spread out on my bedroom floor. It's hard to say it, time to say it, goodbye, goodbye. Every memory of walking out the front door. I found the photo of the friend that I was looking for. It's hard to say it, time to say it, goodbye, goodbye. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. Every time I do it makes me.
I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Try to kill it all away, but I remember everything. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all, my empire of dirt. I will let you down, I will make you hurt. I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are someone else, I am still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt, I will let you down. I will make you hurt. If I could start again, a million miles away, I would keep myself. I would find a way.
Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. Tired of living like a blind man. I'm sick aside without a sense of feeling. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. It's not like you didn't know that I said I love you and I swear I still do. And it must have been so bad, 'cause living with me must have damn near killed you. And this is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream, are we having fun yet? Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 no, no. Yeah, 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 Never made it as a wise man. I couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me. This is how you remind me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. This is how you remind me of what I really am. It's not like you to say sorry. I was waiting on a different story. This time I'm mistaken for handing you a heart worth breaking. And I've been wrong, I've been down, been to the bottom of every bottle. These five words in my head scream, are we having fun screams out loud. I had my world was strapped against my back. I held my hands, never knew how to act. When the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me, and now it's drawn me in. 6th Avenue heart. A homeless man singing the songs I knew complete. On the steps alone, his guitar in hand. His 50 years stood where it stands. When the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me, and now it's drawn me in. 6th Avenue heartache. The same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me, and now it's drawn me in. 6th Avenue heartache. Like silhouettes in dreams, they stood by me, just like moonbeams. When the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me, and now it's drawn me in. 6th Avenue heartache. When the same black line that was drawn on you was drawn on me, and now it's drawn me in. 6th Avenue heartache. On that street, and gone like a midnight was that man. But I see his 6 strings laid against that wall, and all his things, they all look so small. I got my fingers crossed on a shooting star, just like me.
I need to rest my poor heart.
I think I've taken it too far. I need a cold glass of water and a place to fall apart. I need to rest my poor heart. Yeah, I lost my wallet and my keys. They're lost somewhere around with my dignity. I woke up and I couldn't breathe. Yeah, a monkey sitting next to me. I think it's time to go home. I think it's time to be alone. I'm so tired of being gone. I need a little more sleep, a little less talk. I gotta go see my mom and pop. I need to rest my poor heart. I think I've taken it too far. I need a cold glass of water and a place to fall apart. I need to rest my poor heart. Yeah, I went to the moon and back. And on the way down I crashed. I had an itch I needed scratching. Oh, and it's funny how that feeling just don't last. I think it's time to go home. I think it's time to be alone. I'm so tired of being gone. I need a little more sleep, a little less talk. I gotta go see my mom and pop. Need a little more sleep, a little less talk. I gotta go see my mom and pop. I need to rest my poor heart. I need to rest my poor heart. I need a cold glass of water and a place to fall apart. I need to rest my poor heart. I need to rest my poor heart. I need to rest my poor heart. I need a cold glass of water. I need a place to fall apart. I need to rest my poor heart. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay, or would it be a sin? For I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, meant to be. Take my hand and take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love.
Okay.
River